Hello and welcome to Flashback Generations. Sai here, doing a largely positive review of one of Games Workshop's most ambitious earliest attempts to bring the tabletop to a wider audience. 1995's Mindscape creation is, to my memory, not based on any other system out there. This was the dawn of CD-ROM era, and with it you can see great use of introducing sound and video, something that before this era in time was severely limited. It was really nice to see and hear the Skaven in the intro. The remaining cutscenes throughout the game were not often as polished and often a lot more static, which was a shame. Remember, this is the same year that Command & Conquer came out, which blew everyone away with how awesome you could combine CG and real video footage. They were different times to today. They were certainly more innocent and arguably more fun. Shadow of the Horned Rat placed you as a commander of a cavalry unit and has you going around the Empire recruiting soldiers and managing your budget from your caravan entourage. It's quite a subtle system, but it works nicely as it gives the story grounds to move from location to location and a strong narrative to meet new races and civilizations seeking assistance. The range of enemies is also quite impressive, and the missions do not get repetitive, as set objectives have you attack or defend with key points in mind. I will point out that this game, while has beautiful detail in your troops roster, when it comes down to the actual combat, it gets fiddly very quickly. It's a real-time strategy game, with each unit requiring micromanagement. One of my biggest gripes is that the AI isn't smart enough to manage without you commanding your troops. And if that isn't bad enough, the interface is so awkward, it's very hard to pinpoint exactly what you set out to do. I spend a lot of time trying to navigate the game through the game map, but once unit icons start to overlap, it becomes fruitless and a frustrating experience. There isn't quite enough information about what's going on too. Tracing line of sight, what certain units are up to. Honestly, there is a point in each battle where you feel like you have no power over what is happening, and you just have to hope that your side is winning. Shadow of the Horned Rat is a mixed bag in this regard. I love what they set out to try to do, and I feel like they largely achieved it with the story arc and the recruitment part of the game. The combat feels like it almost works too, and it's a shame there wasn't just a bit more development put in to make it a more complete game. I remember back in 1995 playing this game over and over, trying to complete certain missions with fewer deaths and having great satisfaction when you completed a mission with minimal injuries. I must have spent weeks attempting this. Upon playing this recently, I found I didn't have the patience to keep reloading the same mission after I got to a certain point. This is a testament to how frustrating a game it can be. I did get to the final mission once upon a time, and I can tell you now it was impossible. With the advent of the internet, there are several guides and people with OCD telling you how it's an extremely unforgiving game and various tips. This is a shame, as back in the day, these tips would have been most welcome. So, is it worth playing? I'd say a very light yes, but prepare to be frustrated. Every mission you complete has huge satisfaction to it to make it for all the failed missions, which can be really frustrating. This game led the way to a sequel, which I'll review another time. Of all the games that deserve a modern remake, it's this one. I love to see it done right, improve the interface, probably turn it into a turn-based strategy and model it after Fantasy General, but keep its RPG and story elements intact. It's a game that opened up a lot of doors and had well-deserved high praise despite its very obvious flaws. There's a lot to love in Shadow of the Horned Rat, and I'll rate it 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.